This segment is sponsored by Abish Financial Services. When you think about your retirement, what's going to be the most important thing? For many people, it's about maintaining that lifestyle that they have worked so hard for. I spoke with Abe Abish, who is the founder and CEO of Abish Financial Services and host of Retirement Key Radio, about how you can make that happen. Abe, we have talked about before how we picture our retirement to be something that's really nice and comfortable. How important is it for retirees to desire, maybe maintain that increase in their lifestyle during retirement?
Well, Ellen, I mean, that's what most people want. You know, at the very least, most people want to maintain their current lifestyle through retirement. I would say very few people want to downgrade their lifestyle in retirement. And a lot of people want to increase their lifestyle in retirement because, you know, especially in this DC metro area, people work their butts off and people work overtime and there's long commutes and, you know, we work so hard and we give very little thought sometimes to everything we want to do in retirement. So I don't know about you, Ellen, but I would like to maintain my lifestyle in retirement. I know most of our clients do as well. And a lot of people want to increase their lifestyle. I think that's the way to live. You know, you want to live a big life and you want to do everything you want to do in retirement without worrying about money, whether it's spending time with your family and grandchildren or just giving back. And living life with purpose.
Yeah, we're going to level up in our retirement, I hope, right? So what would be the first step to maybe making that more attainable?
It sounds simple, but Ellen, creating a plan. And you wouldn't believe, you know, because we work with people for the most part that are 55 and older, just ready to retire or just into retirement. You wouldn't believe how many people don't have a roadmap, a GPS for retirement. And again, we spend all this time working, you know, 20, 30, 40 years in our career and very little time thinking about everything we want to do in retirement. Well, we need a roadmap to get us through the next 30 years of our lives because a lot of us will live into our 90s. Without a roadmap, without GPS, how do you know where you're going? With a roadmap and with GPS, we have a better shot of having a successful retirement in terms of our investments and not running out of money in retirement.
Well, running out of money. I mean, as you just said, the bills, they don't go away just because you retired, right? And we want to take those vacations, as you mentioned. We want to live out our dreams, our retirement dreams. So how do we go about filling that income gap?
Well, you want to create that income gap, Ellen. If anyone has an income gap, let's say they come into us and they have $1 million and they have Social Security and $1 million and they don't have any pensions. And let's say their Social Security is $3,000 a month. And they say, hey, Abe and the team, I would like to create $5,000 a month. Well, we know we have a $2,000 monthly income gap. We recommend creating that gap or solving that income gap and need by dependable, predictable, reliable income to help meet their essential income needs in retirement. Like a paycheck when you're working, right? Typically, it gets deposited into your bank account every 2 weeks. You can rely on it. You can go about your life and do all the things you need to do. That's the same type of confidence and plan we need in retirement.
I'm glad you brought up Social Security. Have you ever had maybe a client come in and they say they have their Social Security to rely on, no problem? What's your response when people say that?
Well, you know, I don't want to pick on Social Security or really any type of investment or asset class, but you never really want to rely on one source of income too much, whether it's Social Security, whether it's rental income, stock income, annuity income, or just income from another source. And Social Security, Social Security looks like it could be headed into a little bit of trouble in the future. Maybe there's going to be more taxes on Social Security income, and it may not be around in its current form 100% for the rest of our lives. There might be some changes. So relying on Social Security too heavily or rental income or stock income too heavily would not be a good thing. They want to be diversified, so our income is diversified as well.
Right, which is where you go back to that plan. Speaking of that, I mean, what kind of difference can having maybe a tax plan or tax planning for our income needs, what difference does that make?
Well, it could make a huge difference. It can make all the difference in the world, Ellen, right? Let's say you're doing fantastic in the stock market. You have a great portfolio and you're up 10, 15, 20, 30%, and you're just doing amazing in the market. But then the tax code changes and taxes go up and you're making 10, 20, 30%, but you're paying 20, 30, 40% in tax. Well, that's not going to be the best combination, right? You might be losing more money to tax And so we don't want to avoid tax. We don't want to just hope that we're going to be in a lower tax bracket in retirement. We want to plan for it.
Yeah.
And we can either pay tax now or pay tax later or both. But don't just hope that you're going to be in a lower tax bracket when you retire, because for a lot of people in the DC area, they will not be.
That's so funny. Yeah, you don't want to just plan your retirement on that hope that it's going to be different. If you are in this stage of retirement, why is it important not to take on maybe an unnecessary risk in the market right now?
Yeah, Ellen, Warren Buffett said it best. Why risk what you have for something you don't need? Why risk what you have for something you don't need? In other words, if you've done a good job of saving and you saved enough, why take on unnecessary risk? Because then you could put yourself into trouble. So don't do that. Don't take on too much risk.
Okay, got it. I'm trying to take in all of your advice right now. I know you have so much more to share and you want to help our viewers at home. Do you have a special offer for them?
I do, Ellen. For the first 5 callers that have saved $500,000 or more for retirement, I'd like to personally invite them into our office where my team and I will sit down with them and help them to create their very own roadmap for retirement. And Ellen will do this on a complimentary basis.
We love that. Thank you so much, Abe, for being with us today.
You're welcome.
And for you at home, you have worked decades to get here. So Abe wants to help create retirement strategies with your needs in mind. That's why right now, for the first 5 callers who have investable assets of $500,000 or greater, he's offering a complimentary retirement roadmap. This game plan will look at your income needs, investment planning, Social Security, RDMs, taxes, and so much more to help you complete your journey to retirement. The number to call is 571-322-8373. Again, that number is 571-322-8373. All right, it is your last chance.